Whenever old friends and fellow USD graduates Bob Brewer and John Little get together, it's often best just to sit back and enjoy the show.
Thanks for coming by.
Not yet.
Oh,
They're not any ordinary USD law school grads. They are part of an historic class. Just listen, they'll tell you.
I'm a member of the great class of 1975, and we always call it the great class of 1975, and we were.
nobody really knew Bob. He was a veteran and only went to school, didn't really socialize until that event in 1974 at the dinner where people knew he was funny. In fact, we described him as a person with a dual personality, D-U-L-L.
I didn't do real well that first semester.
If only Bob Brewer's classmates knew that not too long before enrolling in law school, he had been in combat in Vietnam.
The 4 years I was in the military were invaluable. I learned so much about me. I was put in unbelievable positions of responsibility at that age. I commanded over 150 men at the age of 24. The year in Vietnam was not a good year. I was in extensive combat.
This man is a military hero, was out in the trenches for 6 months at a time, was wounded in a helicopter accident, injured his back, received the Silver Star, 2 Bronze Stars. Those are high, high honors. Never bragged about that. I didn't even know about that till about 10 years into our relationship. I
was a captain when I was discharged, and I never really wrote anything, of substance. And then to be in class, taking notes and knowing that you're going to be writing exams, it was a very, very difficult transition.
Bob Brewer might not have gone on to achieve great success in his career or even survived law school had it not been for one special relationship.
A professor that was incredibly helpful in that transition was Professor Carrig. He had been in the military, and I went to talk to him about something, and he asked me if, he said, you appear to be a little older than your classmates, where have you been? And I told him I was in the infantry, and so immediately we had this bond. And I told him early during my second year that I knew I wanted to be a prosecutor. And he was terrific. He encouraged me. He said, that's great. And I became a deputy district attorney in Los Angeles. I remember sitting in his office, and he was telling me about the power that the prosecutor has, that the prosecutor knows about all the evidence, both admissible and not admissible.
His alma mater, USD, is still important, is very important to him because that's where it all started. That's where he got his education and that he took off from. And when he took off from USD, he really took flight.
The training I got at USD was great preparation for being a deputy district attorney, and then I was fortunate enough to go over across the street and was an assistant U.S. attorney.
It was at the U.S. Attorney's Office where Bob led a team prosecuting and convicting infamous Polish spy Marian Sikorski, who was later traded for 23 U.S. agents held in Berlin. He returned to San Diego and made his mark as a highly respected attorney, co-founding a private practice, serving as the managing partner of the San Diego office of McKenna & Cuneo, and as partner at Jones Day, where he is also a former partner in charge. He later ran a tough 2014 campaign for district attorney.
Running for district attorney was a very difficult decision, but I wanted to end my career in public service, like I'd started my career. I kind of wanted bookends of public service.
The public's loss was the private sector's gain. Consistently placed at the top of San Diego's top attorneys lists, Bob is now of counsel at Seltzer Kaplan and has been married to Judge Irma Gonzalez for the past 32 years. He is also a 2016 Distinguished Alumni Award honoree.
This is from the school I graduated, and it means a tremendous amount because there's so many worthy USD graduates in this in the legal community, and to be selected is incredibly meaningful. I sincerely appreciate it.